What's up, guys? I'm Chad Barnes, and welcome to the channel. Here, it's all about real car talk, from simple fixes to smart driving tips and keeping your ride in top shape. If that sounds good to you, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and make sure you watch all the way through. There's a lot of good stuff coming. Let's get to
control for engine control along the entire rally route. The organizers create all conditions for the teams to wash and repair their cars, refuel, wash their uniforms, get a balanced diet, rest and continue their extreme route. One of the most important conditions is correct diagnostics and, of course, engine oil to protect the engine. Did you know that by analyzing the working oil, as by the results of a human blood test, you can identify the diseases of the engine? And long before the first signs of these malfunctions appear. For the second year in a row, a special G-Energy mobile laboratory has been traveling to the races to provide the mechanics of racing teams with such a service. This laboratory is deployed in the field, at each bivouac. Its main tools are three compact devices: infrared spectrometer, X-ray spectrometer, and mini viscosimeter, as well as software-based on artificial intelligence. Service cars of the race organizing committee also underwent such diagnostics. First, the expert takes a special device for sampling, a long thin hose with a vacuum pump. The hose is inserted into the opening of the engine dipstick. Of course, you must first make sure that the oil level in the crankcase is sufficient. A few movements of the piston, and here is a portion of oil from the engine came into a special container, which, of course, must be dry and sterile clean. Then a drop of engine oil is placed in a mobile infrared spectrometer, which gives the alkaline number, oxidation, nitration, and soot content. At the next stage, a tiny portion, its volume is 10 milliliters, is poured into a special cuvette. The cuvette is placed on the X-ray spectrometer, closed with a massive metal lid to protect people working with the device from radiation. The device starts working, and after screening, the content of wear metals and additive metals in the oil is at the disposal of experts. Finally, the viscosity characteristics of the oil are evaluated. Here again, a single drop is sufficient, which is taken with a special disposable pipette. The device is heated to 40 degrees, a drop of oil from the pipette goes into the receiving funnel and then flows through a set of metal plates pressed against each other. The instrument measures the time of this process and recalculates the viscosity index at 100 degrees, since this is the temperature at which the oil will run in the engine. Anastasia Nafontova, world champion in rally raids, silver and bronze medalist of the Dakar Rally, multiple participant of the Silk Road Rally in the motorcycle and off-road T2 categories, and the first woman in the world to drive the Dakar without the help of a team of mechanics, told us how important such service is. According to her, the race involves changing landscapes, changing temperatures and extreme stresses. As a result, the crew can face a lot of surprises. And it's one thing if the team managed to, on the word of honor and one wing, to reach the finish line after returning from the next race. The mechanics of the team have a night to fully inspect the engine and other units and to put them in order. But if the problems caught up with the crew on the track, it can turn into serious trouble for the team, up to the withdrawal from the race. And here it is very important that mechanics can see some failures at once, but, as a rule, it is simply impossible to find and eliminate the cause of the malfunction among hundreds of engine parts with the naked eye. And the only G-Energy service in Russia allows to accurately identify the culprit of abnormal engine operation on the basis of impurities in working oils, which means that all necessary measures can be taken in advance. Such work of G-Energy experts is important not only for sportsmen, but also for ordinary motorists, because the data obtained by the mobile laboratory during the races allow to improve products, being the basis for new formulations of motor oils and lubricants. By the way, G-Energy Mobile Laboratory is available not only for sportsmen. Now this flagship service works with transport and industrial enterprises and also regularly holds campaigns at the company's service stations. Fuel for machinery. Another picturesque detail of the bivouac is gasoline trucks that refuel racers right on the way. In the evenings, off-roaders, trucks, buggies and motorcycles line up to them. And everyone refills their tanks from mobile pumps equipped with tanker trucks. The rally organizers and participants have trusted their fuel partner, the Gazpromneft chain of filling stations, since 2017. As in the previous year, in addition to basic fuels, athletes will also be fueled with high-octane gasoline G-Drive 100. It improves the performance of a racing car, engine performance, power and acceleration dynamics. You must agree that this is very important, especially when passing extreme special stages. The quality of fuel is guaranteed, as always, by the system of end-to-end control on the whole way from the refinery to the filling station in case of the rally to the tanker truck, as well as the work of an extensive network of stationary and mobile laboratories that check each batch. On June 30th, journalists gathered at one of Gazpromneft's filling stations in Moscow to escort the race organizers' team to Astrakhan, the start of the competition. It was there that we saw how the work of the mobile laboratory was organized. We were shown how samples are taken and how in 20 minutes the mobile laboratory staff issue a test report that contains everything: octane number, sulfur concentration, which is one of the main indicators determining the ecological class, and a number of other parameters affecting engine performance. We were shown the latest version of the mobile laboratory, which can be used not only for gasoline testing, but also for extended analysis of diesel fuel parameters, especially important in winter. Previously, such a scope of research was carried out only in stationary laboratories. All the necessary explanations and details were given by Viktor Chuyakov, head of the Petroleum Product Quality Control System in the motor fuel sales segment of Gazpromneft. He also explained how to read the quality passport, a document that must accompany each batch of fuel arriving at a filling station. We recommend familiarizing yourself with a simple guide to its interpretation. And fuel for pilots. What else does a car need? A competent and energized pilot. And here it should be mentioned that the loads experienced by rallyists are sometimes comparable to those of astronauts and pilots. Most sports cars do not have air conditioners. Moreover, many athletes in critical situations, in order to improve the thermal mode of the engine and avoid overheating, turn the heater on maximum mode. So it is not surprising that a racer can lose from 2 to 5 kilograms of weight during the competition stages, which is about 15,000 kilocalories that need to be replenished. A field kitchen is available at the Silk Road bivouacs. In addition, every morning crews receive a dry ration with pates, stews, galettes and a special mini stove for heating canned food on dry alcohol. It can be consumed after the finish line or in case of breakdown and waiting for a technical assistance car during the race. And for quick snacks on the go, the set includes G-Drive products, an energy drink with natural tonic extracts and fiber-rich bars that can satisfy hunger for several hours. Also, specially for the rally, the Gazpromneft chain of gas stations added a new branded burger to the G-Drive cafe menu. It will be on sale in the next 2 weeks. In the meantime, we will wait for the start and follow the unfolding sporting struggle with interest. As we wrap up our exploration of the Silk Road Rally Marathon, it's clear that this year's event promises to be an unforgettable experience for athletes and spectators alike. With challenging terrains, breathtaking landscapes, and a spirit of camaraderie, participants will not only test their limits but also create lasting memories. Whether you're an experienced competitor or a first-time participant, the journey ahead is filled with excitement and adventure. We look forward to witnessing the incredible stories that will unfold along this historic route. Thank you for joining us and stay tuned for more updates as the event approaches.